Hi, this is Ron with Art Gallery Showcase, and today we're here with the famous Monica Edwards. And this interview is going to get a little bit crazy because we've been working together way too long, and we've known each other for way too long. And I've always loved your work. And being a plein air painter, you're kind of like behind the scenes with a lot of these other plein air painters in Southern California.
In a way, yes. So I am a docent with the Irvine Ranch Conservancy, and we have a program, or I put together this program for plein air painters, where we load up a big old flatbed truck and have seats in the back, and we load up in there, buckle up, and drive out into the private lands, the open space lands in Irvine, and paint for 4 hours, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of good friendships have been formed back there.
Yeah, I got to do this one of these days. I've heard you've talked to me about it so many times, and I'm like, I'm going to go, and I just never have. And I'm going to take my picnic lunch, and I won't take wine so we don't get in trouble. But you know, I'm going to go out there, and I would really love to watch that experience of each of these artists from beginning to end to their creation. I think this would just be awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah, sign up. It's free.
So let's take a look at some of your art.
Okay. So that is a painting that I did of the Newport Back Bay. And I had someone who was in love with the Back Bay, and she wanted a big painting for her house. And I had not painted the Back Bay very much. So I went and spent about a week and a half, couple weeks going to different locations, scoping out the different angles and different light and different times of day. And tricky part is the water. You know, of course, the bay is very subjected to the tides.
Yes.
So it can look very, very different. The patterns that the water makes, the sunlight, the shadows, everything can change every, what is it, how often does it, every 12 hours?
Something like that.
6 hours,
something to do with the moon.
Every 6 hours, yeah, up and down. And so you really have to time it, and it was interesting to get the different faces of the Back Bay. It was fun.
And that's something I hear from plein air painters. It's the time and the moment and the sun.
Absolutely.
And the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like they know when it clicks. They just it's just a moment in time when they're going, bam, this is it, and they just go for it.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is those early morning and late afternoon times when you get the long shadows, because that's what creates a lot of your patterns. That makes for interesting compositions.
Well, it makes it for your eyes to bounce off of, too, just to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really like this second piece that you brought in with us.
The Matilaha poppy. So this is something that I've recently started working on, is some large botanical paintings, and I have a background in scientific illustration, and so I have a passion for a lot of the things that are more, a little bit more anatomical when it comes to biology and botany and plants, and so I try and focus in on structures, but still try and keep the feeling of the plein air. So I was trying to incorporate both, some of my scientific background with my plein air experience in some of my botanicals. You
have quite a broad spectrum of background in art. You've worked with newspaper companies, ads. You've done, I mean, you came in the other day looking for a giant stretcher bars so you could paint a great big piece for a commission. It's like you're you're just doing it all the time, different angles with this.
Well, I think, you know, if you're going to make a career out of being an artist, you have to be flexible. And I kind of consider myself as being a problem solver for people when they have something, a visual art need, whether it's for children's book illustrations or an abstract painting that somebody needs to finish off their beautiful wall with. It's, for me, an honor to be able to take a variety of different mediums, and it expands my creative juices, you know, in a way where I can really explore different aspects of being creative, and it's a gift, you know, to be able to do that for people.
And what the best part is, I can't wait to see this abstract, because I know you're doing an abstract, and I have never seen an abstract from Monica. I mean, it's like animals, wildlife, trees, water, oceans, mountains. It's more nature, and then this abstract, I can't wait to see what this looks like.
You haven't seen any abstract?
I've never seen one of your abstracts ever. So this is going to be exciting for me in the future here. See, I got something to look forward to.
Okay, you'll see it next week.
And then this next piece I loved because of the water droplets.
Ah. So that one was a challenge for me in trying to get the translucency. And it was, of course, one of the very few rainy days that we have in Southern California, so that was kind of fun to play with, too. That's a very large painting for me. Actually, I think it's like a 3 by 4 foot painting, so it's a little challenging and for me.
That's one thing I love about you,
large.
because I've seen everything from 5 by 7s to 40 by 60s, to, like you said, 48, 36s. I mean, so you don't really care. You just, whatever moves you at that time.
Yes.
But that piece there, I think, the translucent part of the leaves, and I can't believe it was raining in California that day that you painted. That would be the hardest part.
Well, I worked from photos on that one, which is something I don't generally like to do, but
Our famous palm trees here in Southern California.
I have a series of palm trees that I did from parking lots, actually, because that's something that's very classic California, is the palm trees we have in all of these urban areas. You know, it's just and suburban, and it's just an interesting part of California. Since I didn't spend most of my life or all of my life in California, you notice things when you come here, and one of them is the smell of like LAX, and the other thing is the palm trees, the silhouettes of palm trees. And so it's one of those things you can park your car, pull your plein air rig out, and paint right from your car and have beautiful palm trees against that day post rainy sky, which is rare.
I saw that. I was just going to say it. Where did you find clouds in Southern California?
It was post rainy sky. Yeah.
But and you captured that. That's beautiful against the sky. And then this next piece, I like animals, and and when I was a kid, I had 2 pet crows. We had ravens when we were kids for pets, and they're actually extremely smart.
Yes, they are.
And they make great pets. My mother didn't like it because it always was pulling the clothespins off the lines, but this piece is beautiful.
Thank you.
love this piece.
Thank you, thank you. I also love ravens. I love their feisty character. I love painting animals as much as possible, and they're characters. And so I figured, well, I think you probably were the one who coached me and said, you need to paint a raven.
I think I did, because it's like, they're so in vogue right now. And people that paint the ravens, there's different aspects of people that want them. And I just love those pieces.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually become one of my best. Well, you know, I do make prints and cards out of my work through you, thankfully. And thank you for that beautiful work that you do for us. And it's become one of my best sellers. So thanks to you for that.
Dang. I'm looking for my check in the mail.
That's right. So am I.
But anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure
you.
having you here. We've learned a lot about plein air. We've learned about your passion and what you're looking for in this world. And your art is tremendous. I just love it.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you.